Good afternoon. This is Ankamet Kaf with TradeOutloud.com. Welcome to the weekly swing trading outlook for the week starting with Monday, May 15th. And we're going to start with the Qs. Qs new high 138.63. Future projections into 140 and 142, and these are medium and longer term projections. If we break below Friday's low, we can come in even more into the 137.32 area, which will be the line in the sand for the Qs. If this area will be breached, then we can see more downside into the 136.50 and all the way into the 133.45, which is going to be a steeper projection, a steeper retracement. Keep in mind that we are overall into a very, very strong trend, and the trend might still continue higher, although it is getting very extended from its support levels. Let's take a look at the spiders. And the spiders are into a lot of congestion. The spiders were a little bit weaker than the Qs. And that was throughout last week's trading activity, even the prior week's trading activity. As you could see, that the SPYs have been basing pretty much close to a month. So we have a solid base here at 237.80 support level, and we have the resistance level at 240.30. If we break above this area, yes, we can continue higher, but if we come even more and break below 237.50, then there is more downside for price action. Next correction areas can potentially be 236 and all the way into the 232.50. Let's take a look at some of my favorite picks for this upcoming week. We're looking at Procter & Gamble. This is a trade that has the potential to continue lower. However, it is a double take on this trade. It is weak on all the time frames. It has been weak for the last 3 months, and continuing lower on the weekly chart. It is actually onto a very interesting area. So it had a very neutral week. You could see that for the last week it has been basing, so nothing, not a break to the downside and not a break to the upside. So if we break below this 186 area, and if we consolidate lower below that, there is a potential of continuation lower into the 180, into the 85, 84, and 83.25 area. However, this cluster is going to be the main focus as we're moving forward. Keep in mind what I've just said earlier is that the weekly chart suggests that we are on support, but at the same time, if we break the support level, we can go higher. If price action throughout this week is going to take price over $87 and change, we might witness a change in direction. The first change in direction would be obviously for the price to erase that $87 area right here, and most probably this can be a double take play based off the hourly chart. So keep that in mind. Targets for the upside can be 88, 89, all the way into the 90 area, and potentially into the 92, back into these prior highs. And targets for the downside, like I mentioned, 85, 84, all the way into the 83.25 area. Bank of America and in general banks have not participated into the NASDAQ rally, and they are hovering and they're basing into some congestion areas. So when we're looking at Bank of America, $24 seems to be a big obstacle. Anything over $24.25 can project price back into this prior high of $25.80. It is extremely choppy if you look on the hourly chart with a little bit of a gap down, and then the Friday we gapped down, and then we got immediately bought from that dip into the 23.75 area. If we break above this area, like I've mentioned, we have a potential to continue higher. However, a break below $23 can literally bring more downside to it. We're starting to weaken up on the weekly chart and things can change. Let's not forget that we have a lot of support at $23.50. So this is the reason why right here, $23.50. And this is the reason why we should still think bullish. And again, on the daily chart, we're still trading above these moving averages, the 50 and the 20. So we do still look bullish until those areas are erased. All right, let's take a look at Facebook. Facebook is on my bullish list. And you can see that we have a bottoming tail that came in on Friday and it's ready to trigger above this 150.75 level. So for the last 3 days, you could see here that we have been trying to break above this level, but yet we've remained, the price has remained captive. So any break above this area can potentially continue higher into the 152.70 and 153.60. Also, a break below this area, below 148.65, can bring the price much lower into an area of 143.50. Let's take a look at CTSH. CTSH is very interesting because it has this bullish consolidation onto the daily chart. It is also the fact that the price is stabilizing at 63.24. This area right here. It is also a minor support area from a weekly chart that can sustain another leg higher. Keep in mind that we have a high that was recorded in 2016 of $69.80, and that is the projection for CTSH. STZ. STZ has continued to be a very, very strong stock with support that is set at 177. I would have liked to pull back into the 175 level. However, for the last 3 trading sessions, it has been consolidating very bullishly at the 177, 178 level that has been tested throughout these 3 days. And potential continuation higher into 181.14. 183 and 187, and that is for medium and longer term in STZ. Another stock that is interesting is also a financial that has been trying to grind higher and erase this yearly high right here at over $61. So as long as the price remains above the $61, it has the potential to continue higher. And next projection is 65. MasterCard has been very bullish for the last 4 trading sessions. It has tried to bottom out. The support level is 115.80, and it has triggered this buy on the daily at 117. Next projection, obviously this prior high, and this is for short and medium term, 119.71 with potential continuation into the 122 level. APA, and I know beat up stocks and these energy stocks have been so beat up, but I really like the way it is setting up right here onto the daily chart. Also, we have a weekly trigger and we're getting very close to a monthly trigger as well. We have a bull sandwich scenario here, and a break above $52 can bring the price back up to $54. $54, which can potentially mean a change in trend into APA. Take into consideration that if we will obviously take a trade at this level over 152, we will look to take some profits along the way right into the $54 area. So there's a good risk to reward over there. For the short side, we have Microsoft, and I believe that we did have Microsoft from last week as well. And Microsoft, it is basing at $68 level. However, for the last 2 trading days, you can see that we have come in pretty bearishly right here, trading below 68.40, tested it twice. We are hovering. We're pretty much having an inside. We had an inside day on Friday. So a break below $68 with a very tight stop above $69 can bring the price back down into the $66 level. So Microsoft continues to be on the bearish list. Verizon has been really beat up and it's testing the lows, as you can see right here. The fact that it's consolidating very weakly at this 45.80 cent area, it proves that it's weak and can continue lower all the way into the $44 area. So any pullback on an hourly chart can potentially be a swing short in Verizon, although it has been down for the last 5 trading sessions. Goldman Sachs Goldman Sachs is weakening, and it is trying to actually trigger a weekly sell, which would bring more sellers to the table. And if that should happen, this is going to be the area of the breakdown of the 221 level, can bring price back to 213 and 210, and these are short-term trades, short-term swing trades. This is all for today. More trades coming starting next week. As soon as we have clear parameters, we're going to be waiting for the open on Monday. And keep in mind, if you have questions, you can email me at info@tradeoutloud.com. Hope you all have a very profitable trading week moving forward, and have a great rest of your day.